Welcome back, English learners. Today we're diving into baseball, often called America's national pastime. But Erica, baseball isn't just an American phenomenon, is it?
Absolutely, Marco. Although people associate baseball with the United States, it's hugely popular in places like Japan, Korea, and throughout the Caribbean. For example, the Japanese professional league draws millions of viewers, and the Dominican Republic produces a remarkable number of major league players. This shows how baseball has transcended borders to become a truly international sport.
That's fascinating. I read that in the Caribbean, baseball is almost like a national identity, especially in Cuba and Puerto Rico. It's interesting how a sport can carry such cultural significance.
Exactly. And the reasons go beyond the game itself. In many countries, baseball games are community events, bringing people together for food and festivities. In Japan, traditions such as the ceremonial first pitch and organized cheering sections make games feel like vibrant celebrations. So, baseball is as much about culture as it is about competition.
That sets the perfect stage for our next segment, the language of baseball, which is just as rich and influential as the sport itself. Let's break down some essential baseball terms. For starters, the pitcher is the player who throws the ball, but what about the phrase winds up? Can you clarify that for us, Erica?
Certainly. To wind up means to prepare to throw the ball with maximum force, like winding a toy before it springs into action. Imagine turning a key to store energy, then releasing it all at once. In baseball, the pitcher winds up to deliver a powerful pitch.
And then there's the line drive. Some listeners might picture a straight line, but what's the technical meaning on the field?
A line drive is a hit, where the ball travels quickly and nearly parallel to the ground. Think of it like a laser beam shooting across the field, making it tough for defenders to react. In contrast, a fly ball arcs high up, giving fielders more time to catch it.
Another interesting word is scramble. We use it in daily life. But in baseball, how does it apply?
In baseball, players scramble when they rush in a chaotic way to field a ball, especially after a surprising hit. Off the field, we might say we're scrambling to finish a project before a deadline, drawing a vivid parallel between sports and everyday hustle.
Let's transition to how baseball terms have influenced English beyond the sport. Phrases like up to bat or strike one pop up in meetings and conversations. Could you explain their broader use?
Of course. Up to bat literally means it's your turn to hit, but in business it means it's your turn to speak or act. For instance, during a team meeting, your manager might say, "Erica, you're up to bat," signaling it's time for your presentation.
And strike one signals a warning or a mistake, right? Like, that's your first strike, meaning one error, but you get more chances.
Exactly. In baseball, 3 strikes mean you're out. So, in everyday speech, strike 1 is the first mistake, and if you make 3, there's a consequence, maybe losing privileges or facing a penalty. It's a metaphor for second chances or warnings.
What about curveball? It originally describes a tricky pitch, but how does it work idiomatically?
Outside of baseball, a curveball represents an unexpected challenge. For example, if your boss assigns a surprise project, you might say, "She threw me a curveball today." It's a way to describe surprises that require quick adaptation.
Now, let's consider why baseball idioms are so prevalent in English. How did they become so embedded in both business and casual language?
Baseball's influence on American culture is profound. Since the late 19th century, as the sport grew in popularity, its terminology seeped into everyday conversation. Expressions like home run for a major success or ballpark figure for an approximate number offer vivid imagery that resonates across contexts.
It's similar to how sports metaphors in general help people communicate complex ideas quickly. For example, saying a project was a home run instantly signals a big win, even for people who aren't sports fans.
Absolutely. These phrases simplify communication and add color to our language. A 2019 study found that 60% of Fortune 500 CEOs use sports metaphors in their annual speeches. This shows the power of such language to unite teams and clarify goals.
So whether you're discussing business, daily life, or language learning, understanding baseball expressions can give you a real advantage in English fluency.
Precisely. Mastering these idioms not only helps you sound more natural, but also connects you to a core part of cultural communication in the English-speaking world.